We saw Rodry, how important it was to City and everything they did last season. And now, even in Rodry's absence, we're seeing how... We saw his importance when he played, but now we can see his importance now without him.
Those important goals
exactly.
at the end of last season.
So, yeah, Rodry, no-brainer. He's the best midfielder in the league. Well, him or De Bruyne, the different types of midfielders. Yeah. I mean, someone won UEFA Player of the Year, Man of the Match in Champions League final, scored the winning goal. City are the best team in the world. When he doesn't play, they look average.
But if that's Onana was like the best. He won the UEFA's best goalkeeper.
Yeah, so maybe last year, maybe you can say that.
So that's okay.
Gotcha. But what did he win now?
Gotcha.
Rodry won a treble, bro.
Welcome back, and still in the spirit of roundups, we're doing our 11 of the season. A couple of people have been asking me about this personally. They've been asking me. Yeah, definitely. I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's just recurrence with the theme. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Especially this season we sort of had a switch where we focused on the Premier League. This season.
Follow the Sime a bit, but
yeah, I mean, and that's our Nigeria brother now, normal.
Sure. But
yeah, for the most part. We focus on the Premier League, and so today's episode we're doing our 11 of the year, our best 11 of the year for 2023 in the Premier League, and we're going to start off at the goalkeeping position. Yeah, so we had a little bit of a debate as to, in fact, what formation to use, because you wouldn't want to remove some players just because of the the formation.
You don't squeeze somebody in just because they play a position.
Exactly. So we've decided to go with the traditional 4-4-2 this time around, and so there you have it. We're starting off in the goalkeeping department. The first name on the list is Alisson, and Alisson, of course, Liverpool's number one choice, can't be dislodged. Brazil's number one. No.
They flirt with him and Edison sometimes.
So yeah, there you have it. That's that little bit of the question for me, my opinion about Alisson, the fact that he can't actually nail down that number one spot in Brazil. But in the Premier League, when you talk about his goals to saves, stats, his reflexes, etc., I don't think anybody has better reflexes than him. Maybe Ederson, but yeah, there's still that element of you'd say Alisson is better. He's also somewhat good, distributing the ball, and he's very, very confident goalkeeper. So yeah, he peeps Ederson, who I would have maybe said is the other name that sort of battles with him.
Yeah, Ederson, top goalkeeper, distributes the ball very well, but there are some question marks about his shot saving and all that. But I think Alisson is a goalkeeper that there probably aren't really any flaws to his game, and yeah, Liverpool being a lot worse of a situation than they are right now. They definitely won't be a point off the top of the table. The numbers are clear. If they concede the goals that they are supposed to concede, only God knows where Liverpool will be now. Right,
moving on from goalkeeper, we have in left back Zinchenko. Zinchenko is a player that has sort of revolutionized Arsenal's style of play from last season into this season. He had a little bit of a spell on the sidelines when he injured, and you could tell that affected Arsenal's play when he was out of the team. So yeah, Zinchenko right up there.
Suspect defender, but very good for what you said. Tactically, he makes a lot of sense for Arsenal.
Yeah. In centre back, the first player that we're going to be mentioning in centre back is another Arsenal player, William Saliba. The boy is just exceptional. He's a small boy.
Exceptional.
But you can't, if you actually watch Saliba without knowing his age, you won't be able to guess his age.
The guy is a Rolls Royce or a defender. The only things that you think will need to be added to his game are the things that will come with age. Because we've seen the bigger, stronger physical strikers give him a little problem sometimes, but that's just going to come with age. Yeah, but other than that, it's a Rolls Royce.
Definitely. In centre back, the second centre back pairing, in my opinion, it was just something that we had to put there because we didn't have that many standout
there wasn't a
centre
glaring
backs
option.
We didn't have that many standout centre backs in the season. The regular the regular culprits like Van Dijk didn't really have a good start to the year. He's found his feet this year, this season, 2023-24 season, but it hasn't been a great year over the course of the year, as a bulk. So yeah, we've chosen Ruben Dias, for the mere fact that...
It's funny because the other way, Dias was great last year, City were great. Now he's looking a little suspect, but I guess when you average it out,
he just
no
sort
other
of
option.
He just sort of pips it.
Yeah,
and then another name that maybe I might have put in the
Mix.
in the mix is a Tottenham defender maybe this season, Mickey Van de Ven.
Yeah, the injury annoyed him, but he
hasn't had that long.
By the end of the
time
season, if he comes back, he might be in our team of the season come January.
I think so too. So yeah, moving on from that centre back pairing, we're going to right back, and that's a Tottenham player.
A Newcastle player now.
Sorry,
actually.
Newcastle player. Former Tottenham player.
Yeah, former Tottenham player.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Kieran Trippier at right back. Last season we saw how good he was. There were periods where Newcastle looked like the best defense in the league. We saw the assist he was getting from right back. If you played FPL, you knew that he takes the set pieces. He's the main creative outlet. This season he's been a little. But not this season. He's been alright this season, but over the last month.
But Newcastle as a team.
But over the last month, him himself has been like there's been a red card. He handed Chelsea. He knocked his team out. He's having Rodry apologize to him. Like it's not looking great right now. But over the course of the year, he's been good.
Yeah. The next position that I'd like to touch on is the left midfield position. We're doing a 4-4-2, so it's not really a wing. It's not like wing, but like left midfield. We couldn't really agree on the player to put there, so we're going to circle back on that. So let's leave that position for now. So yeah, let's leave that for now. So in centre midfield, we have a pairing of Rodry and Rice.
Yeah, I think two of the best DMs probably in world football. Both of them had great years. Last year we saw West Ham do bits in they won their first trophy.
Yes, in the UEFA Conference League.
Declan Rice move clubs. Now Arsenal look like they could win their first title in how long? We saw Rodri hypothesize what's the City and everything they did last season. And now even in Rodri's absence, we're seeing how we saw his importance when he played, but now we can see his importance now without him.
Those important goals at the end of last season.
So yeah, Rodri, no brainer. He's the best midfielder in the league. Well, him or De Bruyne, the different types of midfielders. Yeah. I mean, someone won UEFA Player of the Year, Man of the Match in Champions League final, scored the winning goal. City are the best team in the world. When he doesn't play, they look average.
But if that's by Onana was like the best. He won the UEFA's best goalkeeper.
Yeah, so maybe last year, maybe you can say that.
So that's okay.
Gotcha. But what did he win now?
Gotcha.
Rodri won a treble, bro.
Yeah, actually.
As
no, he's right up there.
He's the best midfielder in the league.
Definitely right up there. Moving on from that central midfield partnership of Rodri and Rice, we have Saka on the right side of midfield. Saka definitely a standout player for Arsenal. Has had a great time over the year, in my opinion. This season, he's backing up last season's form. Even though he tailed out, at the end of last season, that's like start of the year or like middle of the year. But he's backing up that.
Over the course of the season, he's been great. And I guess there have been parts this season where Arsenal's attack has not been firing like he used to before Havertz came good. And then you'd see Martinelli's numbers still aren't great in the league. Yeah. Jesus' numbers still aren't great. But Saka, he's consistent. In the Champions League, he's consistent. I think in world football, there are not many right wingers better than Bukayo Saka. Like, it's Mohamed Salah, and then who else are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, there's...
No, think about that. There's actually right wing, left wing, everybody right foot. But in terms of a left-footed attacker, you're not going to find many better than Bukayo Saka. Search high and wide.
Yeah. I mean, it's really difficult to argue that. But yeah, Bukayo Saka takes that right midfield spot on our list. Moving on to our two strikers, there's none other than Haaland in the mix. And so the other striker, Mohamed Salah, this is definitely a player that you just have to find a way to just put in your squad if you're compiling a squad of the year in the Premier League. Yeah. Ordinarily, you'd say Salah maybe on the right hand side of midfield or like the right side of a three-man attack. But yeah, Mohamed Salah definitely pips it.
So yeah, Mohamed Salah, another great year for him. Year after year in the Premier League, I guess he's proven himself to be who he thinks he is, and that makes up the 11. Oh no, it doesn't make up the 11. We're circling back to the left midfield position.
Exactly.
Where we're bringing you guys into the conversation.
Yeah, so in left midfield, personally, I would have picked Marcus Rashford, considering the season that he had over 2022-2023. And even though he started poorly this season, I feel like his achievements over the course of the year, especially at the end of last season, far outweigh anything that I've seen any other left-sided midfielder do for their side in the Premier League this year?
So, yeah, but the debate was I don't think Rashford should be in this team. I think Rashford had a good year last season. So that spanned across 2022 and 2023. And a lot of this was United. United did well in the Cups, Rashford went far, blah, blah, blah. But then with the start of this season, I just think the way Marcus Rashford started this season has just been so far below the levels that we saw last season that it's hard for me to put him there comfortably. So in that position, initially I thought my pick for that position would be Son Heung-min, considering how he's flying this season. Tottenham flew out the blocks, but I think my pick for that position is actually going to be Gabriel Martinelli. This season he's been kind of sluggish at the start of this season, but he has scored some very big goals. But last season I would say, as far as the Premier League is concerned, he was the best left winger in the Premier League.
Over Rashford, last season.
I think Rashford scored, hear me out, I think Rashford scored 30-something goals, but he scored a lot in the League Cup, he scored a lot in the Europa Cup. But I think Arsenal, to have a title challenge against Manchester City with such a young team, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, those were three of the key players in the attack that got them where they were.
Martinelli who still had to battle for his place with Trossard and Jesus.
Hey man. I mean, and Marcus Rashford is battling for his place to Alejandro Garnacho.
Anyways, let's know your thoughts in the comment sections. Anywhere you're watching this, who should fill up that final spot on the left side of midfield in our 11 of the year 2023 on Sangalo? We'd definitely love to hear your thoughts on that. And I think that is where we will put a pin on it for this episode. We'll catch you guys in the next one. From myself and Shopsy.
Peace and love.